Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream of Crypto Mindset. Today, we're going to discuss the possibility of a crypto dump. Okay, we could get a dump, man. Like you have a war in the Middle East, kind of talk of war. U.S. might join the party, not join the party. Bitcoin at resistance. Bitcoin dominance going up. Altcoins look like rubbish. I wouldn't be surprised if they will tank now. Like, really, what do you think?
Man, oh man, crypto crash ahead, CM. Ooh. Man, I have my thoughts on this, but before I outlay my thought process, what's up, everybody? Say hello. I know you're out there. I know you're watching. Say hello right now. We want to see you. Ask questions. Also, subscribe to this backup channel of Crypto Mindset to make sure that you're on this as well. In case you don't know, we have this backup channel and the main channel, which we will be back broadcasting on that tomorrow, probably, CM. And of course, please see in the bottom, follow us on Twitter, Mindset4 for CM and Trade for me. Hello, everyone. So, CM, look, what's happening is that in a weird way, okay, exactly while things look like Bitcoin is about to move higher, okay, we had and let's show a quick chart so people can see it exactly what we're looking at. Okay, so exactly at the moment, where is this? Oh yeah, perfect. We had some sort of a resistance in play. Okay, we had a fake out. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, oh, we have already from all this morning kind of nonsense. So exactly at this point, we had a kind of a fake out. We went back, retested it. We geared back higher for a potential continuation, and slam dunk. We had a new talk of war, and everyone is panicking. And look, like all instances in the past, right? Well, at least in this bull market, right? Because remember, we are in a bull market for Bitcoin, okay? Since January 2023, this is a bull market. Now, each time we had like war talks, it halted the price for a minute. For example, October was when the war initiated in Israel. 7th of October went down and then hugely up. And then with Hezbollah and something like that, I don't remember exactly, but eventually we always go up. Okay, so right now we can assume that unless something changes in the behavior of the market at one point or another, even though we had short-term turbulence, we will continue up because we're in a bull market for Bitcoin. Okay, so, and I will outlay what I said this morning. Okay, if we take Bitcoin in a vacuum, CM, you have a shoulder, head, shoulder. This is an inverse head and shoulder. CM, you can just call it a cup and handle, if you will. Okay, these patterns have a good probability eventually of continuing. Okay, mainly as long as we remain above the $100,000 area of support, which is price support and psychological support. But as you noted, while Bitcoin is hiccuping, CM, because Bitcoin is showing, people are like, oh, is Bitcoin going to continue? Is it going to go down? Are we going to repeat what happened in 2021? Will we have this kind of scenario where we have a higher high but then continue back down to a bear market? People are fearing this will happen again, CM. Okay, there's the PTSD of what happened in the past. Okay, people are looking at it right now and saying, you know what, maybe this is what we're having right now. So therefore there's a lot of fear, in my opinion, and that's why altcoins are getting smoked. And look, altcoins, they're not Bitcoin. We said it multiple times in this channel. Altcoins, the entire altcoin market, even the ones that we like right now for trading, like ZBCN or KAS BTC 2023, they're all shit coins. They're all craptos. Okay, Bitcoin is the daddy. Okay, so Bitcoin does its thing, and the altcoin market is just farting away until Bitcoin gets the stampede back and going. CM, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm bearish on altcoins short term. Short term, I'll show you what I mean. Let me just take the chart. 1 second, sir. I'm bearish on them because they've been crappy, and they are rubbish, garbage, shit coins that must be shorted when Bitcoin is going sideways or a bit, chopping. This is the Bitcoin dominance. All right, you can see it is not gonna dump, man. It is not gonna dump, and just for all the audience that expecting altcoin season, man, I think you're not gonna get any altcoin season as long as Bitcoin need to go first of all ballistic. Bitcoin will go ballistic, and maybe if we're lucky, it will run to the 70s dominance, and then you're gonna get your altcoin season. Maybe again, maybe big if, because this cycle is different, and it's very different. Okay, it's very different. Altcoins have no power. Okay, that's why I'm bearish short term on altcoins. And look at Ethereum, man. Look at Ethereum, man. Where is the Ethereum clean chart here? Look at Ethereum, man. You see, you had this 5-6 weeks in a row, man. It's been slamming into resistance. This is actually the 50-week MA here, actually holding above the 200-week MA. Ethereum looks like it might pull back. You might get a pullback on Ethereum, and obviously altcoins will get wrecked. Altcoins will get wrecked again. They're gonna dump probably again. Hopefully, I have shorts open, waiting to make some money on the short side, and then maybe we're probably gonna do like a higher low and continue higher. That's what I think. I think altcoins are rubbish, and also we have this chart. Where is the others? The others. Bro, look at the others crap, okay? The others is the total market cap excluding the top 10 cryptos, okay? Now, this, we talked about it, this just broke recently the uptrend here. So as Bitcoin is pushing into new highs, other cryptos are pushing into new lows. And people like out there, cheering up on, like, take for example Kaspa, because Kaspa have a huge community and huge believers, and they cannot understand that, hey man, your coin is in a bear market. It's gonna go down till the bear market of the coin is over. All right, and also most cryptos are in a bear. The fact that ZBCN had an amazing run up and it started a bull market doesn't change the fact that most cryptos are in the bear markets. So, and people are like buying beaten, bloody altcoins, man, expecting them to run. Like, man, what? Where have you been living? Are you living under a rock? Are you even watching a chart? Do you know what is trading view, man? Like, that's like basic, man. Guys, by the way, guys, all the one that's watching, please like, subscribe, and subscribe. Click the bell, share it on your X. Follow us on X, guys. We are sharing a lot of content on X. Trade ideas, mindset, trading mindset, things to keep you level-headed, man. I'm sharing a lot of stuff. Follow us on Crypto Mindset 4 and No Edge, No Trade. And if you have any question, drop it now, because we're going to wrap it up shortly.
Yeah. CM, looks like this time of the day is the slowest one we've had so far. Hey, crypto speculator. So more, AM our time seems like we do have some people. Nighttime, has a lot of people. Right now, I'm not seeing a hello besides crypto speculator. Anyone in the house? Anyone in the house?
The big YouTube, the main YouTube channel will be back tomorrow, so don't worry. People will be much more, in the lives. Yeah. Meanwhile, we are delivering content. We're delivering content.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm just taunting the crowd a little bit. No worries about that. Okay, no worries. Let's get back to some Bitcoin talks, because what you said about Ethereum is very interesting. But if we look at a weekly standpoint on Bitcoin, and I noted that you said something on your Twitter account about weekly charts, right? So when you look from a weekly chart standpoint, okay, what happens is that you reduce a lot of the noise that is out there. And I think that what you said is something about weekly chart is for direction and daily chart is for precision entry, right? That's something that you said recently, CM? Yeah. And I totally agree with that, okay? Because look, what we're seeing here, okay, in still, in my opinion, for the weekly, I still think we're getting this kind of cup and handle, okay? I still think this is kind of what we're forming. We can see that on a weekly standpoint from, if we add the moving averages, for example, the moving averages on the daily, okay? If we go to a daily, we can see that the moving averages, for example, this is the shorter term ones. Let's put the weekly ones for just 1 second. The big ones over here, the big ones, and show on the weekly, on daily. Okay, we can see that the moving averages, okay, are still below the price. So in all respects right now seems good here for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm still kind of looking at it and trying to figure out, to help our audience, where to kind of view Bitcoin, at least, because we know altcoins are just shit coins. Okay, we know they can go down. Look, for example, at something that a lot of people are waiting for. Okay, Turbo. Okay, people are waiting on Turbo to be, to just continue and continue and continue and continue. Let's take a longer chart, actually. Let's take the Mexi chart. Okay, if we take a look at even the weekly chart, let's take a look at the weekly chart. This doesn't look like something that wants to continue too much right now. Okay, actually, this looks like a dead cat bounce, CM. If we measure, and we know how we like sometimes to measure this, it goes all the way. Well, actually, it could have gotten much higher, but it didn't even get as high as usually we go in the dead cat bounce. Even lower than that, showing even more weakness. I don't know. For me, this looks like a topping phase. Alts just get smoked over and over when Bitcoin is just kind of hiccuping, So the thing that you need to do, okay, as people that are following us, you need to learn this. Every time there's a small hiccup in Bitcoin, it goes sideways or goes down or goes down or whatever. What you need to look for is, or are, let's say, the next round of leaders. Okay, if you don't know how to find the new leaders, okay, because if you're still enamored by the past leaders, Turbo was a past leaders. By the way, CM, and the members, we crashed it on May 2024 on Turbo, and we crashed KAS all the way in 2023. Okay, but those are past leaders. Okay, if people don't know the new leaders, which are the ones CM and I are trading right now, for example, or are on our watch list, then you need to come to the Crypto Gem Snipe. Okay, and that's a webinar, a seminar actually we're conducting. It's next week. Okay, it's a week from today. You don't have a lot of time to sign up. What people need to do right now is scan the QR code, scan it, go get yourself a Crypto Gem Sniper. Okay, go get yourself, and you can use the coupon code in the bottom, GEM15GEM. Okay, it's a discounted 15% coupon code for this seminar for next week. This is a true skill set. Just easily, we're going to teach you when is the best time to buy before a high probability pump. That's the major thing. And of course, we're going to give everyone our list of bangers for the next couple of weeks to couple of months. Me and CM have been doing this successfully in the past few seminars. People are very happy, CM, very happy with the picks we're showing them. And also, people, don't worry, this is going to be recorded, so you will be able to watch over and over and over again on the WAP. You don't need to come to the live if you can't. You can just watch, us recording it and putting it on the WAP. Okay, so.
Hey guys, thanks for the content. Where do you think Sui will bounce? Let me look at it, please. Sui. Let me look on Sui. Look, man, again, this question tell me a lot that you don't know what you're doing and you're hoping for a bounce, man, and hope is not a strategy. Sui, man, Sui, let me look at the daily chart. Sui is below its moving averages, okay? You had a breakout and you came down below its moving averages now, okay? So it can technically come down to the lows. It can even go lower, okay? For me, I'm not waiting on Sui, man. I was bullish on Sui here, but then you had all the cubic, not the cubic, the Cetus rubbish and the scam and the hack, you know. And since then, the man from the roof is doing PP on Sui, is 2P on Sui PP. Now, for me, there is no trade in Sui. Actually, maybe a short, but I'm not going to short it because I have other shorts that look much better. But this coin for me is not a banger characteristic at the moment. I need price to be above the moving averages, nice and tight and sexy. This is bearish, okay? This is not bullish. This is not aggressive. This is not my cup of tea, sir. Really, you don't want to be waiting on Sui. You don't want to be cheerleading for Sui. You want to be a crypto trader with no emotion, fearless mofo. Okay, you treat the cryptos the way they are. They are all cryptos, pump and dumps, designed to make the early investors rich as F. Sometimes you get lucky and you buy them correctly and you sell them correctly and you profit a ton. But most people are not getting lucky. Most people are getting cooked by the big investors that they just dump in on you over and over and over again. So really, don't think about when it will bounce. Think when it will trigger a breakout trade for you to buy in a precise way, put big money, print big money, and get the F out of the way. That's how you need to think. Be the minimum time in the trade with the highest potential profit immediate. Sorry about the grammar, but you got me. And that's what you need to think. People think, oh, I want to hodl Sui. It's so good. Oh, the little boy, the 21 years old boy from London talked about it, and he's so cute. Yeah, with the little
The
mustache, so
mustache.
cutie poochie, coochie poochie. So I want to buy it. Come on, man, grow up. Let's grow up, please. Stop buying nonsense that the baby boy from London or the fat dude from Dubai or all the other, influencers telling you to do, man. You don't you see? They're just getting you wrecked. They've been getting people wrecked professionally for the last 4 years, man, non-stop. Jomo, this is insanity, man.
Insanity. Each time there's a small pump in a coin that we talked about that is getting smoked, CM, we get hate. CG was right. This man was right. No, man, you're consistently losing money. To be honest, CM, it's a plague sometimes, with how much of they infected the minds of some people. It's a plague, man. It's very hard to take someone out from that mentality
Disease.
again. How many members did we get that got into Kaspa? And again, we love Kaspa as a coin. Kaspa was one of the best performing coins for me in CM multiple times, okay? But we traded it. We took our huge profits that we made on Kaspa. But people, they get enamored, CM. I know people that have multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, in losses, in Kaspa, okay? And I've known people that have done this in the past year over and over again. Why? Because they got convinced in YouTube by an influencer that told them it's gonna go to $7.
It is.
It's gonna
In
go to $7. Since he's been saying that, I think, from the top, probably since December 2023. I don't know, since August 2024. Sorry, he's been saying stuff like that. I don't know, man. Anyways, it's a very hard mentality to get people out of. We try. I think the main goal for me in UCM is we're trying to show people a path instead of relying on luck, actually relying on a skill set. Okay, So we're trying to teach people how to rely on a skill set. That's why we do these lives for free for people to try and kind of pick our brains. You know, me and you do the seminars. That's why we have the gem sniper next week, for example. And again, if people don't come, look, it's on you. We made this dirt cheap. Anyone can afford this seminar because we made this to be approachable. Okay, for anyone that wants to actually learn what we do, he can come dirt cheap. Okay, and we're giving as well further discounts. The thing is that people need to lift their asses from the sofa and come for 2 hours and view some and actually learn something. That's it. But people can't do even that, CM. That's the problem. They prefer putting thousands of dollars in a coin instead of learning how to actually spot the next big winner, right?
Man, some people are just so cooked, no one can help them. They overly cooked, you know. They've been in the oven so long, and then they flip themselves from the oven to the grill. Now they're on the grill getting cooked well done. Then they're gonna move to the parisha for the finish line, you know. And man, they just cooked, man. Like, and you know, I think people also are in deep depression after they've been cooked. You know, let's say they've been holding Caspa and they are losing money, or they've been holding Pepe or Turbo. They are in a complete big mess in their mind. They have depression. The wife is not giving them any more flicky. They sold everything. They are homeless now. You know, they're cooked, man. And you know,
they're cooked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I know. And that's what we made the Crypto Gem Sniper, by the way. Yeah. But hey, you know, it is what it is. We can only affect a certain percent of our audience, and that's what we're trying to do.
Let me share with the audience some guys. Please give us a like. I'm going to share with you a short trade that I think you should consider. Okay, a short trade. Let me show you.
Free alpha, CM? Free alpha?
Free alpha now for everybody. If you want to take a short live, okay, you can. I'll show you this guy. Okay, I have a lot of shorts, but this one, for some reason, I think it's really nice. Okay, this guy, this is XDC. Okay, this is XDC. I shared it in the community. Okay, this is all members are having this short ready to be triggered. Actually, it's actually triggered. Now look, you go short on the break below 574. All right, and the green line, you take your profits, and then you put your stops here. You put your stops here you actually put all your stops at 61, half position, and half at 59. And that's it. Put XDC on your radar. This thing can vomit hard. I'll show you a clean chart so you'll understand why I like it. Look at this. This thing is like, you know, you had this horizontal support here. Okay, you can actually do something like that. All right, so you had this horizontal support that bounced from it, lost it, retest, and now it's below it heavy. Look, heavy. Again, not sure if it's gonna crash hard, but anyway, it looks like it really have no buyers, man. No one is buying this rubbish. And again, you can also show, we talked about Ethereum and we talked about other names. You can actually, it's okay to, people don't understand that cryptos, I got to this conclusion this year, this cycle, that always short altcoins when Bitcoin is choppy or like topping out. Always short. It doesn't matter if I was in the beginning of this cycle, I was like, hey, I'm not going to short altcoins because it's a bull market. No. Then I saw what happened to the altcoins on like the correction
June 24.
Yeah, on 2024, like since March, they got hammered, man. And then I like, F that nonsense. Altcoins are trash, cryptos, short them when Bitcoin is topping out or going sideways. That's it. Since then, man, I'm looking for shorts all the time. And actually, if you look objectively on the cryptos chart, they are much more bearish than bullish on a percentage-wise. I think 95% of the coins are below their 200-day MA and it's declining, okay? Like, man, short this rubbish, man. Short it.
I'm with you. I think we got to this conclusion together this year. We knew how to hammer shorts from the past, in a bear market. We smoked multiple bear market shorts. But we understood something new, okay? And that's what he said. Oh, Philip Hong is asking if we're talking about Casper or CSPR. Well, we're definitely talking about Casper, sir.
KAS, the green hoodie that everybody are in love with, okay? We're always talking about Casper. CSPR is a rug pull, filthy crypto, okay?
Yeah.
We are never talking about it. It actually was one of my short candidates in the past. I shorted it. It is filthy, okay? So, sir, Mr. Philip, come on, seriously.
He's new to the channel. He's new to the channel.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah,
Jomo,
yeah.
if you wanna share with them anything else, guys, if you have any question, drop it now. If not, that's cool. We're gonna wrap it up. And yeah, man, you wanna say anything about anything?
Yeah, man, you know, I have one thing to say. If in the audience, sometimes we have people that have a lot of money in crypto, okay? Over $100,000, for example. Some of our audience and some of our members have above a mil. They have above a mil, okay? So what's wrong, Sia?
Something start to crack, man.
All right, send me a message about it. Anyways, for every one of you that has a lot of money above $100,000, okay, and you don't know what to do, and you're losing money because you bought a coin and you're just holding whatever, what you need to do is ASAP get into our elite VIP tier. Okay, the elite VIP tier is for people just like you with a lot of money that don't know what you're doing. Okay, and you need guidance. Okay, and fast, because the mistakes that you make with such a big account cost a lot, okay? And we had tens of people that came to us begging to have this tier, okay? We created this for them because they had multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars and they lost 30, 50, 70% of it because they were holding on a coin waiting for it to go up instead of actually making money while, you know, waiting for that coin to pump one day, not being positioned in it whatsoever. So if you're one of these people, I know you are in the back end, you don't like to ask many questions, whatever, you have a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Look, this is for you. You need to be serious about what you do with your money. Okay, so the elite VIP is for you. I think that's a good ending. CM, if you want to add something. If not, man, I'm done and we can go and check our trades.
Yeah, man, we have some nice business to do, you know, trading shorts. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Join our VIP membership if you like to short. We're now shorting crypto. And once this correction is going to be over, and it will be over probably very, very soon, we're going to buy the most bullish coins out there. And if you want to get exposure to all our trades, join our membership. See you in the next video. Cheers.
Cheers.